Hey family, hey butterflies. Hello everyone. This is definitely my official last reading I'm going to do. Let me just say that. I felt the need to do this reading because when I saw Nicola Buley, may she rest in power, rest in peace. When I saw her key witness, Ron, had showed up out of the blue, and he was being interviewed by a reporter, shall I say. He came out very nervous. Like it's like he did not want it to be on camera. He was trying to walk off, and every time he would try to walk off, you know, the reporter would say something else, to try to, bring him back in. But I could tell, he was very nervous, and he really did not want to be on camera. Real quick, I just got through doing this reading. I had called this the Nicola Bully case, my review and thoughts on the witness Ron. Feel free to check this out first before you come here and watch this video reading that I'm going to do on Ron the witness. Now, let me say this. I'm not accusing Ron of anything. Let me just say that. But I've done several readings on Nicola. Let me just say that. And a lot of the key clues that came out as far as describing a Joker, I call the Joker the suspect. A lot of the key clues, a lot of those clues, to me, they were describing Ron, okay? And like I said, I call the Joker, the Joker is known as the suspect when it comes to my readings, all right? But a lot of those key clues, to me, they were describing Ron big time. Now, before I get started, disclaimer, whatever come out of this reading concerning Ron, the witness, that came across Nicola's phone, and the, let me see, what else he came across? He came across, um, I think he came across her phone, and let me see, what else? The phone, the lead, and Willow. Okay, I wrote down, some notes. He came across the phone, the lead, and Willow. Okay, and we all know the phone by the bench. But anyway, it's just interesting how out of all the witness, he's the only one that's on camera. Where are all the other witnesses? All we know is just about Ron. And come to find out, Ron, which I find is very quite interesting, Ron is married to Penny's sister, and Penny. Let me see. Ron is married to Penny's sister, and Penny is the caravan owner. Did I say that right? Ron is married to Penny's sister, who is the caravan owner. Let me just say it like that. So let me say it again. Ron is married to Penny's sister, who is the caravan owner. So they are known for being in that area, and they are familiar with that area. So keep all this in mind when it comes to these so-called cameras. People that are known for living in certain areas, they know where those cameras are at. So it's very easily, if you are into shady things, you can maneuver around a certain area as far as not being seen on camera. That's all I'm saying. Cause Nicola, where her body was found, her body wasn't even found according to the media. It wasn't even found nowhere where there's a camera, so they don't know really who dropped her body off. Here's a picture of Ron. Don't his eyes look spooky? Good. OMG, they look very spooky. But what made me really wanted to do a reading on him, because as I stated, I've done several readings on Nicola, and a lot of these key clues that had came out, like things like they wear glasses. As you see, he wear glasses. Okay, they walk with a limp. If you checked out the reading I've done, if you check out the video I done before this one, Ron walks with a limp, and he also has a cane. They wear a hat. They known for wearing hats. He has a hat on. Um, they are married. That came out. A lot of key words came out, family, and I just wanted to go back and look into this more thoroughly. So, for anyone that's popping on here, because most people who's watching, you care, and I care too, as you see, because it's a lot that it's like the way I see it. What needs to be said is not said. It's a lot going on here in this equation. Is not being said. I even asked many of you, that could live in that area, because I was throwing some clues out, but many of you were helping with the clues that live in the area, but still I wasn't really getting the answers that I was really, really looking for until I came across this guy. His YouTube channel is Curtis Media. He's very good. He walks around that area a lot, showing video footage. And he was helping me a lot as far as really observing that area, because I also came out in my reading the word farm. I said, that's very significant. I think about an area that has animals. And come to find out, when Curtis was walking around, he got videos where he pointing side to side while he walking on this sidewalk. You can see in people's backyards that people had sheep in their backyard. So I was like, okay, a place where there is animals. And I'm not saying that these neighbors should be looked at, but a lot of times the Spirit give us clues. That's the point I'm trying to make. The Spirit give us clues. So anyway, before I get started, check out Curtis Media. He's awesome. Also, Eddie, Vinyl Break. He's good as well. So I just want to shed some light on that. I'm getting ready to get started with this reading. I've already used the shadow deck on Ron. I'm going to use it again. Go back to see what came back out, family. And once again, I'm not accusing Ron of anything, but I feel like he knows more than what he's saying. Yes, indeed. Okay? I always go by my gut instincts as well as being led by the Spirit. I feel like he knows more than what he's saying, because that word groups came out, and you don't know who all are connected to who and who knows who. And the fact that, when it comes to Ron and, his wife, then you got Penny, that's 3. Then you got Nicola, so-called spouse, Paul, that's 4. Then I'm also picking up on Emma, which is Nicola's so-called friend, and her sister. That's like 5 people, but I feel like majority of them are in the know. Let me just say that, because the word groups is pretty much 3 or more. So keep that in mind, okay? But there are some key players, which I would say there are 3 that definitely took part in this hideous, crime to Nicola. No, she did not take herself out. She did not, delete herself, okay? And many people want to believe that. Fine and dandy. You have a right to your opinion. But I'm not picking up on that. Now, let's see what the Spirit has to say concerning Ron. And if all the naysayers want to be negative, please exit out to the left. This is not for you. You're watching because you're curious, and that's okay, but be curious in silence. Don't tell me, let her rest, okay? I don't want to hear that. You're watching because you care or you nosy. It's one or the other. The way this woman was taken out, there's no way her spirit is resting. She wants her story told. This came out too fast, but I will acknowledge it. It says numbness. This is someone that, whatever that they're going through, they don't want to think about it. So they try to, either drink or they may do drugs, okay? But they're pretty much self-medicating. And I was getting the word drunk that came out in my reading that I did on Nicola. Let me just say that. So anyway, this is one that's coming off numbness. They don't want to feel nor think about their problems or issues or anything that's bothering them. Now, I'm going to put this back in the deck. I didn't get a chance to set my intentions. Divine Spirit, what are those? I'm going to be using the shadow deck as well, okay? So shout out to Divine Vision. Let me help me get an idea about those shadow energies that's going on in the present with Ron, the witness. Okay, the key witness that came across Nicola phone. But I believe he was not alone. He was with somebody. Either he was with Penny or the wife. Well, I said that right. All right, let's get with this. Divine Spirit, I'm seeking clarity about Ron. What are those shadow energies that's going on with Ron that he's keeping to himself concerning Nicola Buley? What are those shadow energies going on with Ron that he's keeping to himself concerning the disappearance of Nicola Buley? What are those shadow energies that's going on with Ron that he's keeping to himself concerning, hold up, family, something falling, let me get it. Okay, thank you, Spirit. The first one is shame. He's feeling ashamed. Why would he be feeling ashamed for? And pay attention to repeated messages that's coming out, family. I did a Nicola reading as well as I did on the reading before this one. How the Spirit is talking. Helpless. You could say Ron is feeling quite helpless, or someone around him could have been feeling quite helpless. In his present, gossip, people are talking. We know this. It's all on social media, even on TikTok. Guilt. Allegedly, he's feeling this guilt. Guilt about what? This came out in Nicola reading as well. Lustful. And then I showed you earlier, shame. Feeling ashamed. Conflicted. Flighty. Aggression. Withdrawn. Hold up, family. Let me get it. Condescending. Now, many of you might think, well, how in the world could he have anything to do with it? Because he's an elderly man. You know, he walks with a cane. He walks with a limp. Yeah, he does walk with a limp, doesn't he? But in my reading I did on her, you know, the Spirit letting me know that she was drugged, okay? She was impaired. So a person can't have their way and get the best of an individual when they are impaired and drugged. Brutality. Bully. Yeah, this came out of her reading as well. Humiliation. Anxiety. This is exactly what he was feeling at the time when he was being interviewed. He did not want it to be on camera. Please know that. Now, the fact that he did not want to be on camera, does it make him guilty? Of course not. I don't care if I'm being on camera myself, okay? But this is what the Spirit is saying about him. I'm picking up on more than just the fact he did not want to be on camera. You know, he did not want to be questioned, because a lot of times you could trip up on your words, if you know what I mean, okay? It's one thing to be on camera, but it's another thing if you keep talking, you know, you could trip up on your words. And look what else came back. Look what came back out, family. Held hostage. Now, why would held hostage come out? And I'm looking at him. I did a reading on him before this video right here. Go back and watch it. And it was a private reading, and I shared it with many of you what came out. This came back out. Now, this is someone that feels trapped. They're in an environment they don't want to be in. Ron doesn't feel trapped. Well, maybe he does feel trapped right there because that media he was definitely was questioning the hell out of him. Let me just say that, okay? He would definitely question the hell out of him, and he did not want to be questioned. Please know that. But it has here held hostage. This is someone that's taken against their will. This is someone that's in an environment they don't want to be in. They feel trapped. This came out in his reading. This is the second time this came out. And the reporter was asking him all kind of questions, and he hated it because he wanted out of that interview. Because he was definitely trying to watch his words. And still he was tripping up on his words. Little did he know. Now I'm going to let the Spirit do the talking. And I will share the messages with you, okay? Divine Spirit seeking clarity on Ron, who is one of the key witnesses that came forward, stating that he found Nicola phone. What does Ron know? What does Spirit want me to know about Ron concerning Nicola's disappearance? What does Spirit wants me to know about Ron concerning Nicola's disappearance? What do the Spirit wants me to know about Ron concerning Nicola's disappearance? Wow, that's a lot came out, didn't it? These messages don't be coming out, just be coming out. Let me fact check, family. Sometimes you have to just really trust the messages when they come out the way they do, because the Spirit be on it. Let me just say that. I think I'm going to just share all of it because I'm getting the go ahead for all of them so far. Anything that I turn over, I'm not getting a strong hit on it. If it come back out, I will acknowledge it. Has patterns of behavior, abuse in relationships. Now, it says driver, but it's the key words I look for, okay? Driver picks up a stranger, was killed. Where I am, I'm happy and content. The time is right today is a sign to strike, make their move. Now, why would this come out? Ron is known for walking around in that area as well with his dog. They were saying something about the witness had a white dog, but he's walking around with a black dog, unless he has more than one pet, shall I say. But this is quite interesting. Let me read it again. The time is right today is a sign to strike, make their move. Situation, scam alert, being fooled and lied to. Corruption, dishonest, and fraudulent. So I think about people's background. What are they into behind the scenes? They go, that word corruption, made a foolish decision. Mental unbalance. They appear to be disturbed, upset, or they seem slightly crazy. Not mentally stable, not sound mind. This is interesting because something about trafficking did pop up in Nicola disappear. I mean, reading that I did on her. But anyway, you never know what people are into. Let me just say that because I was picking up on something about secret groups. Find, buy, sell, classified illegal sale. And I'm getting all of this coming from him. A lot of this could be pretty much what he knows or what he's into. This is interesting because I did get follow the money trail in Nicola reading. Family member took a payoff, needed money. Interesting. Family member took a payoff, needed money. Who family? Ron's family. Ron is married to Penny's sister. Penny is Caravan's owner. Okay. Other lover friend question. And we did get lustful. We did get secretive that came out in the reading I've done before this one. Had a decision to make, just a matter of time. You cannot tell me that he's not in the know about something. But people like us, we don't know what we're talking about. Life insurance. Something about life insurance. Now, let me say this. He might not, a lot of times the spirit will just allow certain messages to come out for whatever reason. It's pretty much those things that are going on behind the scenes that we know nothing about. Did somebody take life insurance out on Nicola? Did Paul take life insurance out on her? For instance, allegedly, did her parents take life insurance out on her? Not accusing her parents of anything. Let me just say that. But I think about, if when a person is deceased, who can benefit from that? Now that Nicola is gone, her sister can benefit. Let me just say that. If Nicola's taken out when it comes to her family dynamic. But anyway, I'm just a messenger. Something about life insurance. And money is the motive. Please know that. Because the Spirit already revealed it to me. It has here deception and timeline. So the way things played out, family, it's more to the story. All we going by is hearsay. And hearsay is not facts. People, they don't, they watch people like myself and others and they want to badmouth us. Oh, that's not facts. That's not facts. But going by hearsay, it's not facts either. Just because you read it from the media, that don't mean it's facts. Because they are interviewing people and people can tell you anything. But according to the spirit, deception, and timeline. So you have to look at the words come out of Paul's mouth, Nicola partner, when it comes to the timelines that he's giving off, as well as when it comes to the timeline that Ron is giving off. It has here deception and timeline. Something is off. Condescending, acting as if you know everything, not open to new ideas. So we had to really just question everything, from the time she left home. What happened at home before, according to Paul, she took off and dropped the kids off. And what happened from there? If that's the case, what happened from there? Because something is off. I'm getting deception in timelines. Something is off. And I feel like they're all working together. That's where this so-called group is coming in. They're all working together. They're all covering each other's asses. The spirit said, I don't have to shuffle. I'm going to continue. Now, a lot of these messages probably won't make any sense to many of you. But a lot of times, as I stated, the spirit is trying to tell us something. So it will give out additional information concerning this case, concerning Nicola. But a lot of this I'm seeing family, it came out in Nicola reading. Go back and watch. A lot of these key messages came out in Nicola reading. So why is it coming out when I'm looking at him? They knows their child knows something, seen or heard or took a part in playing. Your home. Where does Ron live? Got a spirit let me know that she was hid on somebody's property. Family has a weak foundation, lack of harmony, full of drama. Feel sadness thinking of a fallout fight with a friend. Revenge. You hurt me and reject me. I will get you back where you were hurt the most. Now here we go to tattoo. I don't know if Ron has any tattoo on him because he has this good old thick coat on. I can't see the side of his face. I cannot see his neck. I cannot see his arms, his hands. Has tattoo on arm or neck. This came out in Nicola reading. This coming out in his reading. Does he have a tattoo? We don't know because his body's covered up. Ex-lover wants payback. Plan attack. Lure them into a bloody trap. Why would this come out in Ron's reading, family? Hidden well, not seen or heard. Who hidden? Who, Nicola? Hidden well, not seen or heard. Someone's watching near by stalking. He's known for walking around that river area. Okay? So it's Nicola. Now let me say this. All we know is that a body was found and they are stating that it was Nicholas. What I want to know is when they found the body, I mean, was anything removed from the body? Just saying. It has here stolen, removed, and it's showing jewelry. This says girl child. A lot of times we just throw out additional information. It has here home invasion, past or present. That's pretty much something jumping off at somebody's house. Hidden in plain sight, not far. Isn't that interesting? It says hidden in plain sight. Go back and watch the video I done before this one. Go back and watch the video I've done before this one. Actually, watch towards the end. When you see that link pop up, click on it. And you will see what I mean by this. Hidden in plain sight, not far. So it's something that he knew. She was hidden in plain sight, not far. But I believe that her body wasn't always there. It was moved. It was hidden somewhere else. Somebody placed her body there that knows the area very well. They know the area well enough to place her body there to where there was no cameras. Let me just say that. Fight. Now, this is just an extra message. The Spirit's letting us know for those of us that care, okay? Because many of you watching because you care. It says, have hope, light will shine on this darkness, justice. I sure hope so, family. I sure hope so. If anything, I hope the actual justice is just people eyes are opening to what really, really happened, okay? They're not going by, you know, what the authorities are saying as far as, oh, this was an accident. Oh, she, deleted herself. No. Okay. People actually going to start seeing things for what it really, really is, because a lot of them are just tripping up on their words and they're really telling on themselves. Let me just say that. I was trying to be led by the Spirit. Should I continue to shuffle? And I get the word no. Keep going. Because I've already pre-shuffled. It's so interesting to me how the key words are coming right back out. I don't know if Ron is an ex-offender or not. I'm just a messenger, okay? But this did come out in my reading I did on Nicola. Bad move. This is one that made not only a bad move, but bad choices as well. Being followed by a stranger. Why would this come out in his reading while I'm looking at him? He's not being followed by a stranger. Allegedly. Ron, were you following Nicola? Were you watching her from a distance? Being followed by a stranger. A stranger followed me and abducted me. She had a spirit talking. I can't make this up. Remember that word ashamed. Feel ashamed, hiding out of sight. He did not want it to be on camera. I feel like when he saw the news reporter, he really wanted to turn around, but it would make him look suspicious. Feels ashamed, hiding out of sight. Too much, feeling overwhelmed with this responsibilities, feeling stressed out. I bet you are, allegedly. Someone basement hidden. That's right. That's right. And you know what? Someone had hit me up in the comment section. It was I forgot how it was stated word from word, but they were saying something about they were wondering about some of these houses that need to be looked into, because some of these basements could have like these underground caverns that could lead out to the river area. And if you check out the reading I did before this one, or shall I say the video I've done before this one, you would see how it's a channel called Curtis Media. He was walking around and he was showing all the possibilities where her body could be hidden, and that's like towards the end of his video. you can see like a sewage area, and you could easily hide a body there. You see, he showed two areas. One where it's open, and another area is one area to where it was round, like a sewage area that's open, and water was flowing in and out of it. And then there was another area that was closed, and it had a handle, like a rag was attached to it, that you can like pull the level, and you can hide a body there. And that makes sense. I'm just saying, allegedly, that makes sense. If somebody was traveling through that area, or if they wanted to place something there, it makes sense. Because one thing, there would be no birds coming around the area because the body would not be out exposed to the elements. It would be hidden inside of something. But anyway, someone basement hidden. All I know is this is a bloody mess, a bloody cover up. Has a mental illness, unbalanced. Wife, spousal abuse. And also in my reading, they are married. Gonna find out Ron is married. Wife, spousal abuse. And this is allegedly. I don't know if he abused his wife or not. This is allegedly now. But all I know is it's coming out. Talking among themselves. Ooh, the spirit is on it. Talking among themselves in secret, keeping information between them. This came out when I did a reading on Nicola. And I was like, who are they? This is coming out while I'm doing a reading on him. The word park came out. I didn't know what that meant. Come to find out, caravan park is connected to that word. You get it? And who owns the caravan park? Ron is married to Penny's sister. Penny is the caravan park owner. You get it? This came out in the reading I did on Nicola. I'm not saying that he owns the SUV. Many people talking about the red van. Okay, this is red, and it did come out in my reading I did on her. But if it's not the vehicle, it could be the color that's significant. But anyway, I'm just a messenger. Joker smokescreen evidence to hide something or take attention away from something. Now, the Spirit's calling Ron the Joker. Joker smokescreen evidence to hide something or take attention away from something. I can't make this up. That people like myself don't know what we talking about. None of this is my opinion. I'm just led by the Spirit. Follow the money trail. This was a setup. That's right. It was. Feeling betrayal, trauma, the pain and emotions due to violate of someone's trust. Now I'm starting to wonder, do Ron knows Paul? I got it right here, the location south. Now it says driver, but it's the keywords I look for, but I'm going to read it. Driver picks up a stranger and was taken advantage of and murdered. What stood out to me is picked up a stranger and was taken advantage of and murdered. Somebody wanted Nicola out the way. And the fact that I saw follow the money trail, somebody was paid off to do the dirty work, to cover this up. I got here was poison. I truly feel like she was drugged. It has here child wander off, but anytime I get the word child, the Spirit is talking about the victim, okay? Saying the victim wander off. It has here child wander off, Joker suspect. Let me read it again. Child wander off, right here, but it's really the victim. Child wander off, encountered, pretty much like cross path with somebody, encountered Joker suspect. So according to the Spirit, wherever Nicola was, she wandered off, doing whatever she was doing, but she had encountered the Joker suspect. Now you see when you connect the dots, how it start to make sense. That's why I always say let things play out. A lot of times things don't make sense at the time, family. But when you just sit back and let things play out, people start showing you their card, shall I say. Because Paul has definitely been, playing his card very carefully, if you know what I mean. Okay. Whatever come out of this reading, once again, it is allegedly, but I am led by the Spirit. We have the word marriage. Nicola's not married, but she has a partner who is Paul. But Ron is married. He has him marriage. See, the Spirit be trying to describe what's going on in the background, especially when it comes to these so-called suspects, these key players that are playing a part in the cover up. Has tattoo on face or hand. We wouldn't know because we cannot see Ron's face or hand. We see the front of his face, not the side. And we definitely don't see his arms or hands. Something about a suitcase. Evidence waiting on trash day to pick up. Someone within the group had a alliance with someone outside of the group due to partnership. Do you hear that? Someone within the group had formed an alliance with someone outside of the group due to partnership. What's sabotage? Push and force inside. Ooh, push and was forced inside. I'm sorry, let me read that again. What's sabotage? Push and force inside a deep, dark hole, pit, or off a high cliff. It's the keywords I'm looking for, family. There go that word, dark hole. There go that word, inside. You see that? Inside and dark hole. Go back and watch the video I did before this one, and you will see what I mean by dark hole. Park, caravan park. See how the Spirit was trying to tell us all along. She may not was actually over there, but due to the fact of the owner that's connected to Ron, you get it? You have to connect the dots. Park, caravan park. Coming back out, abandoned property. Whose property though? See, for those who are doing their homework, where does he live? Just saying. Hidden on a Joker property outside shed or building. See, when they took her, she was alive. She was not deceased. She was alive when they took her. They had her hidden somewhere. Desire, love, true love, feels lonely, needs love. Driver picks up a stranger, was sexually assaulted. Dumpster. A lot of these coming right back out. This came out in her reading as well. Something about a dumpster. That's somebody throwing away evidence. Partnership, working together. Business contracts for a common goal. I told you. I truly believe Ron is in the know. Ron is a part of the so-called group that's in secrecy that knows more than what he's saying. The authority need to go back and question him more. But for some reason, they're not doing it. Married spouse involved committed crime. It says to the other, but what was stand out to me is married spouse involved. Now, Paul was Nicola partner, but that's still like common law marriage, okay? This says resolving conflict, love, empathy, compassion, and understanding. Or shall I say the lack of? Bound, duct tape, can't escape. Why would this come out in his reading? Because I can continue shuffling the deck. The spirit told me no, continue. Wow. Remember that word group family. Remember that word groups. I've done several readings on Nicola. All I knew is, okay, some kind of secret groups, people due to partnership alliance coming together for a common goal, okay, covering up their background. Masonic group, Freemason, skull and bones. And that word skull came out in Nicola's reading, the first one. You will see it. If it's not the first reading, it would be the reading on the one that's talking about the reading that has the word clues in it. Check either one of them, but you will see the word skull. That's a clue that came out. Now, when it comes to these kind of groups, family, you don't know who are all in these groups. You can have authority members that are in these groups. And let me say it again, they do protect their own, even when they're on the wrong. Sometimes you might have one that might stand up to, their member, shall I say, and call them out. But a lot of times they don't, they just let it ride. They just don't say anything. And they know they be in the wrong. So you have authorities that does this, that cover their own, as well as if you are an authority, I'm just saying, and you are part of this so-called group, and you know other people that are in these groups, they cover up for each other. You better believe that. That's why this is a rabbit hole, because they're covering up for one of their own. Now I'm starting to wonder, does Paul have this background as well? The background, Masonic groups, Freemason, skull and bones. Yes, the word skull came out as a clue in Nicola reading. I didn't know what it mean. I thought it was just due to, remains. But as you see, yeah. Nature Reserve Park. That word park, that's a clue in nature. And she was out in nature. This stranger has been watching me, plotting to abduct me. Do you see that? Now you understand, family? They ain't gonna be coming out just for the hell of it. I can't make this up. That's why it's a good chance that this case will go cold, open and shut case, because if we're looking at these kind of groups, okay, groups, Masonic groups and all of that, you know good well that they protect each other. I don't care from what walk of life a person lives, they still part of that organization. And they look out for each other. That's all I'm going to say. And if he's not part of the organization, he could be have a family member that is, but they still look out for each other. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to end this reading. I want to use my clue deck real quick to see what's going to come out. Let's see what come back out. This is the clue deck. And after this, I will let this case rest, because I see now what I'm looking at. Before, all I knew is we're looking at corruption and crime. Well, crime / corruption / cover up. But yeah, I then I have an idea what these key players, their background is. That's why this is a rabbit hole. And that spirit wants to know concerning Ron. Any background information. Any background information. Well, this like it wanted to come out, so I let it come out. These are just speaking about stores, okay? To me, this is irrelevant. I think about like service stations, okay? It just says convenience stores, okay? They just say convenience store, but they have like different names, but convenience stores are convenience stores. It has here within walking distance, not far. We know she was found within walking distance, but I truly believe that her body was placed there. She was not always there. Please know that. A long, isolated, remote area. And actually, she wasn't that far from the road either. Somebody can easily park their car and put her there. Something about threatening court order. Back room. And this is just some additional background information. Tears of joy found. Yes, she was found. Additional clues on the Nicola Buley case concerning Ron. Additional clues on the Nicola Buley case concerning Ron. Additional clues on the Nicola Buley case concerning Ron. A lot of this just key additional information that came out, family. This just says boyfriend male. The only person I could think of is Paul, because Paul was Nicola's partner, okay? But anyway, it has here clue the word street, and there was a street next to the river area where Nicola was found. And this did come out of her reading as well, something about street. It has here dump landfill, which could be some key evidence that was discarded. They're not listening, complain about situation. So something about complaints that somebody was having. Maybe, Ron could have been complaining about something that was going on at the time. I was hearing somebody that was saying something about how the caravan owner was complaining about how dogs were not on the leash, but Nicola is known for her dog not being on the leash, because his harness was removed. But anyway, they're not listening, complain about situation. Something about question, court order, past or present, restraining order, not to engage in certain behaviors, what someone can or cannot do. Right here, it has your question, work partner. And they also can be not an actual like on a job work partner. There can be this can be due to partnership alliance also, as far as hooking up with an individual. Okay. It has here retaliation wants payback revenge. Quite interesting. It has here transport by a vehicle. And it has here will be found, no happy ending, which we know that she was found, but it was not a happy ending. There go that old keyword coming back out, bullying. Now, who's bullying who? We have here tied up, bound, tape around mouth, hands, wrists, and ankles. We have here play sports. I think about the word hunt in sport, how somebody's stalking you. Okay, they're hunting you down. That's what I think about. Something about girlfriend. Then you have here boyfriend. You have here authority background. Now, this also could be a parent, also a parent or a grandparent, a police officer. Okay, but I was picking up on corruption in the authorities as well. Like I said, it's all about who knows who. I got female. I got this. Just say they are okay. Needs mental space alone to think. It has here deception. I did not call or text anyone back. Lies, false narrative. Accident, cover up. No one is talking. And we never know. It could have been altercation between Nicola and, Ron and whoever Ron was with, whether he was with his wife or sister-in-law. No legit security. It just lets me know that there was no cameras around or not working for whatever reason. It has here fighting back. It has here repeat offender, troublemaker. It just pretty much with is the spirit talking about an actual repeat offender or just someone that's a troublemaker? It's one or the other, or it can be both. I don't know his background. I'm just led by the spirit. Divine Spirit seeking additional clues about Nicola Buley's case and Ron's part in it. What part does Ron play in Nicola Buley's case? This will be the last one, family. And I see right now the spirit is revealing some things that was going on behind the scenes with Nicola's spouse, partners, Paul as well. So remember, a lot of time it throws out a lot of those background information, hidden background information that we need to look at, okay? Okay, I'm going to end it right here. I know more can come out. And it's so sad The more I'm trying to end this reading, like the Spirit's saying, there's more, but I don't want to make this reading that long. What's going to be is going to be. The way it looks, he might not even be charged, okay? As well as any other that could be in the know. And maybe he just in the know. He knows more than what he's saying, okay? I'm pretty much letting the Spirit do the talking. And whatever came out in this reading concerning Ron, it is allegedly. I just wanted to share the information. Moved to a new location. I told you, family, Nicola was never there the whole time. Wherever she was, according to the Spirit, she was in one location and moved to another. Now, she could have been moved 3 times. Who knows? But when they took her, she was not deceased. She was taken alive, moved to a new location. And it's quite interesting how all of this is coming out while I'm looking at him. Clue the word RAPE. So we're looking at SA. Caught in the middle of others' beef and drama. Sabotage. Look at that good old sabotage coming back out. Encountered trouble ahead. Street thug hoodlum up to no good. What stands out to me is encountered trouble ahead. Clue the word dumpster keeps coming back out. It has here given or took fake candy, drugs. What's sent out to me, family, is the word drugs, because I truly feel like she was drugged, okay? It's the key words that I look for. Clue the word removed. Not running away, facing their fears. So when I get this message, I think about someone that did not walk away from her children. She was taken against her will. I'm going to fact check this right here. Now, let me say this real quick. I'm not going to say that she was actually in a freezer, but this did come out as a clue. But the fact that I'm looking at Ron, something about freezer is coming out, okay? Something about the word freezer is coming out concerning him. Dropped off at night. The Spirit is talking. So the Spirit is letting us know she was somewhere else, but that new location where she was found, it happened at night, dropped off at night. And also remember, that area she was found, there were no cameras. You get it? Dropped off at night. Dark crawl space. Remember that word dark? Dark crawl space. And that's what they had her in, a dark crawl space. And we did see the word basement also. And according to the Spirit, this is going to be an open and closed case. They are getting ready to shut this case down real quick. Crawl space attic. They wear glasses for reading or prescription. Boom. This came out when I did a reading on her. I don't know if the first reading or the one about the clues. But this came out. They wear they wear glasses for reading or for prescription. And look who shows up. Good old Ron. Ron wears glasses. Crosses bridge. It says cross bridge. So I didn't know if Spirit was saying, the suspect crossed the bridge from the top or from below. Come to find out, if you watch the video before this one, you will see the actual bridge that I'm talking about. I should believe that somebody used a boat. Cross the bridge, well, from underneath, okay? And I think she was found on the other side, further down. Cross bridge. Check near cemetery wooded lot area. I don't know what this means, family. I'm just a messenger. Um, I don't know if he actually lived. I don't. Maybe just talking about the property where she was. Okay, where she was held at first. Betrayal, disloyalty. Breakup relationship. I truly believe that Nicola and Paul was headed for separation. They were going to break up for whatever reason. And it's a good chance Ron may know who Paul was. Notice he tried to distance himself from her, saying he didn't know her, and he probably didn't. But I'm wondering if he knew Paul. Clue the word the word staff worker. Bipolar disorders, mood swings. The spirit trying to describe somebody. And it has here partnership in crime, alliance, mutual benefits. This speaks for itself. Partnership in crime, alliance with who? Pretty much who's benefiting from her death. Partnership in crime, alliance, mutual benefits. Yes, indeed. Anyway, I'm through this reading. Once again, am I saying that he actually took her out? No. But I am saying I truly believe that Ron knows more than what he is saying. That I will say. Yes. Ron knows more than what he's saying. It's not pretty much what I'm saying. The spirit is backing me up because look what came out. Look what came out of this so-called reading. The spirit was pretty much repeating itself, and a lot of this information came out when I did the reading on Nicola. So I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. So, yeah, the reason, they searched Peter and his crew, his professional divers team crew, checked the water areas. Even the authorities before his team did check the water, and they didn't find her. And then Peter come in with his crew, his professional crew, and they checked the water and they didn't find her. Yeah, because she wasn't there. That's why. And somebody had her all this time hidden. Okay, they had her all the time hidden somewhere else. And we did see something about on somebody's property. Whose property? Where do you live, Ron? Just saying, okay, dropped off at night. That's mighty convenient, isn't it? And for one thing, there was no cameras there. So anyway, I'm through this reading. Everything you saw here was allegedly, okay? But the spirit letting you know that, Ron knows more than what he is saying. Peace and love to you all. Thank you for watching, and bye for now. He needs to be looked at more. But the fact that I saw that Masonic group, family, that's a rabbit hole. Because you don't know who all knows who and who all is a part of that order. Peace.